It is far harder to kill a phantom than a reality. Virginia Woolf. The cloud. I feel it when I'm cutting a ripe tomato, the knife hesitating at the skin, gliding through the flesh. The bright red juice, excited and sinister, runs in the old cutting tracks on the battered wooden board. Sometimes it swells up inside me like an octopus and shoots black ink through my veins. My depression takes many forms, colors, and sounds, a shape-shifting, elusive cloud. Sometimes I ask it to leave me like an unwelcome acquaintance. "I'm tired," I hear myself saying in the night, my arms tightly wound around me for comfort. "Please let me go," I beg, speaking to the wall, to the ceiling, to the dark that fills my room and every crevice in my mind. "I'm tired," I hear it echoing. "If I let you go, will you let me go?" It implores me in its weeping, petulant voice. I closed the aluminum door behind me when I was 19 and promised I'll never go back. I'll never see another therapist. But 10 years later, I was knocking on another door, a beechwood door with a heavy silver knob that felt cold in my grip. I knocked on different colored doors, made from various types of wood, with all kinds of knobs, and once a virtual door when I saw a therapist through Skype. Each room had a different smell, a different colored sofa, but the faces, the eyes, the pencils scratching on yellow pads behind those doors all wanted to know the same thing, to dig deeper, to go further back, to find the roots and claw them out so I could move on, they said, in different languages and gestures and levels of sincerity. And I was always the same, trusting, tearful, and hopeful, wanting to get better, wishing it with all my might. If I go back to those doors, can I retrieve what I lost on the other side of them? Take my truth back from the one who told me to simply change my story, to demand the attention I paid for from the one who kept looking at the clock behind me and yawning, to say "how dare you" with disgust to the one who began to flirt and make unprofessional comments after a few sessions, to tell the one who nonchalantly said, "But you don't look depressed," that depression is a chemical imbalance in the brain, not a fever or a broken leg, and walk out. Those doors, with their secrets and their lies and their ludicrous invoices. On good days, I find rare white elephants in the clouds. On gray days, my clouds are severe and gray, like giant bulls colliding. On dark days, I think of Virginia Woolf filling her pockets with heavy rocks and slowly submerging herself in the river ooze. I think of Sylvia Plath writing, you do not do, black shoe, in which I've lived for 30 years, barely daring to breathe or a chew," then shoving her head in the oven.